inside of you.
Blessings to all of you beautiful beings. It's Elena and I'm enchanted to have you be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. So glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to each and every one of you amazing, fantastic, beautiful, wonderful souls right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. So this is the monthly time where my kitchen table gets to be taken over by packing my monthly mystery witchy boxes, however to describe it. This is for the April Enchanted Energies box that I myself curate and put together, and most of the items inside are handmade by yours truly or designed and printed using our 3D printer. I have been a little bit behind with posting and kind of doing the boxing videos of these boxes, so doing a little bit of a backtrack and showing what the April boxes looked like. Before I start packing any of my items, I like to make sure to cleanse the area, either using a smoking incense of some sort or some kind of cleansing tool, just to make sure the area is cleansed properly and just filled with good intention and happy thoughts to pack your orders. This time I'm using a charcoal burner as well as cedar sprigs that were picked right from my backyard. Each monthly box is themed with a specific kind of title and specific curation of items. For April, it was called Kitchen Witchery, and I really enjoyed putting together things that would make some magic in the kitchen. I will also link in the top comment below just other YouTubers who have done an unboxing of this box if you want to check them out. So first I start off with the paper goods that go inside these boxes, things that are contained in the envelopes, the sigils, any description papers, or anything like that, just so I can contain them within the envelope. It is so much fun being able to put things together, write up the descriptions, come up with certain spells or rituals that correlate together with this box alongside with other goodies that go in here, and I'm just loving curating them, and I'm loving watching you guys unbox it and enjoy the items inside. I'm still fairly new at these monthly boxes, so I don't make too many of them to sell each month, but they are on my Etsy shop if you want to check them out. A little bit of an up close of what goes inside for the paper goods. We have for this month the common kitchen herb and magical associations, tips how to add some magic into your kitchen witchery, astrological happenings, descriptions. There are recipe cards that go together with it, and the sigils. So then I work on putting all of them together and just compiling them into the little envelope. Since I've been getting more orders, my husband has been a lot more helpful in packaging things and putting things together before they ship out, so he ties things off as I finish packaging them, or he kind of helps out with other various ways, which is just absolutely amazing. And I just love how supportive he is on my little creative journey. I really like to put in the extra effort into packaging these boxes, into packaging these items. I like using the string to kind of tie things together. I like using the wax seals. For the envelopes, I change the wax seal up to kind of match the theme or match the color of the wax seals, just to kind of give it a little bit more something fun, something different, something unique. Whenever I receive a package from somewhere or anywhere and the packaging is lovely and you can tell the effort that was put into it, I feel it just makes the opening experience a lot more pleasant. Maybe it's just my love for the vintage aesthetic. I don't exactly know what it is, but I just love the way that it looks, and I really hope you guys enjoy unpacking it and all the extra care that I put into them. That being said, it does take some time to put all of these together, but it is so worth it, and I find it almost like a meditative experience to be able to put all this stuff together. So why the theme kitchen witchery? Well, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of the kitchen witch, those who tend to practice a lot of magic in their kitchen using pots, pans, cooking, baking, whatever the case may be. But my thought is that anything cooked with joy and love inside the kitchen, or anything prepared inside the kitchen, is already its form of magic. So everybody who brews tea, brews coffee, makes any sort of food inside their kitchen is capable of invoking various energies and turning it all into magical experience, which is something I do on a daily basis. I'm sure those who have experienced cooking on a really good day versus a really bad day and cooking the same type of meal have encountered that when you're in a really good mood and you cook something, the food comes out a lot better, versus if you're in kind of a crappy mood and you cook something and the food doesn't exactly come out perfect. At least that's in my experience. Let me know down in the comments if you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Even your emotions, those types of energies really affect kind of the workings of your kitchen, whether you're a practitioner or not. So doing kitchen magic, I believe, is really something anyone is capable of doing. And here is a nice up-close view of how the wax melts, and it is such a satisfying feeling. I love wax seals and I will use them. I will find any excuse possible to use them and incorporate them into pretty much anything that I can think of. Now on to getting things ready for the boxes themselves. I like to set everything up kind of like in an assembly line type of formation. That way I know how to put everything into the box and make sure that I'm not missing any of the items. I also very painstakingly count out each item and make sure that I have the exact amount for every box packing order, that type of thing, so I know that I won't be missing any of the items inside and that everything is going to equal out perfectly. I'm really running out of room on my kitchen table. So it's possible that I might be moving to a different kind of location or trying out different areas to kind of pack these boxes together. But so far for the past few months, the kitchen table has been sufficient, and hopefully it'll continue to be sufficient for a while. So here are the items that are going inside the April box, or items that went inside the April box. I did a Brew Up Some Magic custom artwork print towel, tea towel, kitchen towel. There are some custom 3D printed cookie cutters that are in the moon, star, and sun shape. I absolutely love them, and I've been using them quite frequently for my cookies. There is a little packet of various kitchen ingredients that go alongside with the cookie recipe and the spell that I provided for this box. Was trying to get the camera to focus so that you're able to see it. Then there's a large agate slice with a pentacle charm for protection for your kitchen, and original artwork and kitchen blessing poem, which I wrote and did myself, and then these hand-carved little wooden spoons. And all of these items are going inside the box. Putting these boxes together has really been something that I look forward to every single month. I love to do research and find cool new things that will be going into various boxes. The May box was astrological themed. June box is called growth, and there's going to be a little plant in it. July box is called Ritual. I guess I get to give you a little bit of a heads up on this since I'm recording, since I'm doing the voiceover of it a little late, and I'm just so loving the different items that are going inside these themes. Now, my point of putting these boxes together, I don't want to just throw something that kind of goes alongside with the theme. I enjoy putting things together and finding things that I myself would use in my practice, that I myself would enjoy incorporating into my everyday life. I don't really want to provide just a little trinket because it's cute and it won't really be useful inside of the box. So I really like to incorporate more life-related and practice-based items that you can incorporate into your practice, or, like this box, into your kitchen. Putting together the first box of items usually is a little bit of a struggle, just to kind of make sure everything fits and find the optimal way that everything fits. I know for certain that all of the items will fit in the box because I try to be very careful with that. My second box, I believe, was a crazy fiasco where the box just, I needed to wait for a new box. Anyways, after the first box, everything else kind of goes together much quicker and smoother, and I end up going into the flow of things. And of course, tea breaks in between. And then back to packing everything together. I figured I would show you a view of how big the kitchen towel is, and I really like it. It is a cottoned tea towel that doesn't really have any special care instructions, that you can wash at your leisure, and it just has a little decoration on it of Brew Up Some Magic that I've done by hand myself. I still can't really get over the whole mindset thing that majority of these items are items that I put together myself, or created myself, or done myself, or designed myself, and it's been done by myself. So it's something that my brain is still having trouble wrapping itself around because they're so unique. This is my own box. This is my own creation, and I have been so wonderfully blessed with an opportunity to do this, to share my artwork with those who are interested, and it has been an absolute wonderful, wonderful ride. And I want to say thank you to all of you who support my little Etsy shop, who support my channel, who just support my journey in spirituality, creativity, and just kind of sharing my life with you. All the boxes then get wrapped up in the brown wrapping craft paper, just to give it that extra aesthetic of unpackaging and opening, which I so love to do for my boxes. We have the supervisor visiting us for this month's box. This is Lila, my kitty, and she kind of runs the house, I'm not gonna lie. She gets to do what she does, so if there's any cat fur stuck within the tape of the boxes, I do apologize. Now, you might have seen my puppy running around on the sides as well. My puppy gets very jealous if the cat is anywhere near me. So if the cat is nearby, know that Solstice is nearby as well and kind of cuddling at my feet. My husband was wonderful enough to help tie off the boxes as I continue wrapping them, just to help speed the process along. And if you see the little wet paw prints on the table, know that my cat was outside and then decided to come back inside and jump right on the table to be amidst all of the commotion, and then she left wet paw prints all across the paper table, all across the paper cover on the table. I hope you guys enjoyed watching her bath, because I guess she wanted to be the centerpiece of the table. She's always in a very playful mood each time she comes from the outside. And I'm gonna have a couple vlogs coming up where I show a little bit more of her shenanigans and how she likes to leave presents for us by our door. So stick around for those. So Lila is a 7-year-old kitty, and the way we acquired her is we kind of rescued her. So my cousins ended up finding a kitty in the middle of their backyard about 7 years back, and she was so tiny and she was screaming at the top of her lungs, and they gave me a call asking if I was interested in taking care of her. Now, she was a very, very small kitten. I'm not sure if the mom cat was maybe moving them from one spot to another and ended up dropping her, or someone dragged her out of the little hidey spot that the mom cat kept her in. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is and how she ended up in the open in the middle of their backyard, but of course my first intention was to rescue the kitty cat. She was such a very, very teeny tiny kitty. She fit in the palm of my hand, and her eyes were just in the process of opening, so she was very small, and she was bottle fed. We had to really bottle feed her, and she pretty much lived on my shoulder. I kind of like held her to my chest, to my shoulder, pretty much the whole entire that we had her, because she was so small, so tiny, and so fragile. I didn't want to like overheat her on like a heating pad or underheat her without the heating pad or whatever the case may be. And just because she was so very tiny and very weak, I really didn't want to put her out of our sight. So 7 years ago, Lila lived on our shoulders and was bottle fed, and I took her everywhere. Like, I would go shopping or grocery shopping and I would take her with me. She would be on my shoulder and I would be going with her. And then when she got a little too big, a couple weeks later, then she ended up like staying home. But Lila was definitely a rescue kitty and a very wild kitty, so she's really only friendly and calm and nice to me and my husband and my best friend. To everybody else, she's a little she wants nothing to do with them. So she has been the delight of our life throughout our whole entire marriage, because we were married just a few months when we found her. And this cat we literally brought up from a baby, with bottle feeding her and taking care of her that way. So the following day has happened. It is now bright and sunny outside. Boxes have been packed up and almost fully tied off. Last that's left for them is to add the wax seals on the top and then slide them into the mailing envelopes. I started using the trick of doing 2 wax seal spoon things to melt the wax for. That way things go by a little bit quicker and I'm able to waste less time in between of waiting for the wax to melt, if that makes sense. I think potentially I might even end up moving up to 3 spoons just to move things along. And then my other trick is to keep the wax seal itself on ice. That way I'm able to quickly move between sealing the stamps, and the little design decal, whatever to call it, comes out a lot crisper and nicer. So if you ever are in a situation where you need to do a lot of wax seals, I would recommend using 2 spoons and ice for your sealing stamp. Again, using the wax seals is really one of my favorite things to do for these boxes, and I just absolutely go into like a meditative state almost to finalize and seal all these boxes with a ton of love, ton of magic, and a ton of appreciation for all of you who support me. My husband came back up to help finish tying off the rest of the boxes. I gotta hand it to this wonderful man. I am so lucky to have him in my life and just to have his unconditional love and support for all of my crazy endeavors and excitement. And this is what the boxes look like. They have my little logo seal on them with lots of purple, of course. Purple's my favorite color, so I'm gonna find excuses to put it everywhere. And I just love how the little packages look like a vintage, old-fashioned type of parcel, and it looks like a present, and I love the aesthetic. The aesthetic is so nice, at least in my opinion, and I'm definitely biased towards like a vintagey type of vibe for boxes. So then we ended up switching spots, and my husband's finishing up doing the wax seals while I write the addresses down on the mailer envelopes. That way we can kind of speed things along and get things done a little quicker. I have my notebook on the side to check off any of the pre-orders that were placed for multiple months of boxes, and then my Etsy printout of orders that were placed for that month and that type of thing. So I felt very business-esque writing out all these envelopes and checking them off in my notebooks. After these boxes get put together in the mailer envelopes, we then bring them to the post office to obviously be shipped out to your home. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the whole shebang. We have tons of magical fun here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!